Hello, everyone. Welcome to the GIIS podcast, The Smartcast. My name is Kaustav, and in this episode, I am excited to know more from our CBSE Grade 10 toppers 2020-21 batch, Ijjapureddy Niyathi and Aashi Aggarwal. Determination and commitment has empowered our students to attain phenomenal scores. GIIS Whitefield is proud to announce that CBSE Grade 10 2020-21 batch students have achieved remarkable results. This is the third batch, and definitely this was the one very different from the previous years. They have braved it all and made the most out of the virtual Connect studies, for which they all deserve a big round of applause. With the stay home and virtual classroom, studies have been the new norm. This did not dull the spirit of our 10th graders. The students have done remarkably well, and their consistent hard work and self motivation all through the years have helped them with good results. Let's welcome Ashi and Niyathi to the show.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me.
I congratulate both of you on your achievement. We are so proud of you. What was your experience, especially in the virtual learning?
It was a different experience at first, and then over time, as we got accustomed to it, and with the help of the teachers and their commitment, it became easier to adjust to the environment and also to make use of the benefits, and it became productive.
Yeah, that's completely true. Like it was new for everyone, and then we had to change to the online mode. Yeah, then we can move on to Ashi. What do you have to say in this?
For the last 1.5 years, we have been studying and learning in a totally different paradigm of virtual learnings. This has made the world more connected, but at the same time, it cannot be a replacement for personal connect with teachers and fellow students and classroom learnings. We have been able to save time, but being glued to screen for long hours is mentally draining. We humans crave for attention and yearn for interactions with friends. While the virtual world ensures that we're not cut off completely, I personally cannot wait to go back to the real world.
Even I can agree with that. Talking to a screen every day feels a bit boring. We need our friends. Okay, moving on to the next one. Which were your favorite subjects in grade 10th? Niyati?
My favorite subjects would be biology and Hindi, and I find biology very interesting. And because it is easy to visualize the concepts, it becomes fun to learn and interactive. And I also enjoyed Hindi because it's more about understanding the language and trying to understand the meaning rather than just memorizing some concept.
Yeah, that's completely true. Like you can literally visualize bio and Hindi. You can relate it with your day-to-day life. Yeah, Ashi, what do you have to say about this?
For me, without doubt, science is my favorite subject. I'm studying hard to be a doctor, and biology is my most favorite subject. I love learning about plant and animal life and basically learning about how everything around us is structured. Although biology is my favorite subject, I'm equally at ease with chemistry, physics, maths, and French.
That's great. Even I'm learning French. I'm just a new learner. Okay, moving on to the third one. How about other subjects? Did you face any challenges? And if yes, how did you find your solutions? You can go on, Ashi.
To be in the top percentile, we need to have equal focus on all subjects. Irrespective of whether any subject is my favorite, the fact remains is that maximum marks for each subject is still 100. So we need to maintain a well balanced approach while planning our study routine. I personally didn't face any specific challenge except that there were times when I could not get the additional support required for some of the subjects that I found hard, for example, maths and history. So I tried to get that additional support from help platforms and videos online.
Yeah, that's completely true. You need to maintain a proper balance between all the subjects. Even I can relate with that. Moving on to Niyati.
Yeah, I think in subjects like maths and physics, where there is a there's more chance or scope for making silly mistakes, I was afraid or nervous. So to cope with that, I think what works is long-term practice. So you just keep practicing different types of questions. So eventually you will become more confident and you will be able to solve them.
Yeah, physics and mathematics, the numericals and all. One silly mistake and you lose a entire percent. Moving on to the next question. What was the solution you adopted to maintain the screen time balance to focus on health? Niyati, you can go on first.
Okay, to maintain the screen time balance, I think the main thing is to just stop, engaging in more activities which will affect your health. So I think I rather chose to do some recreational activities or pick up a hobby. So that also helped me to increase my concentration in my subjects and to stay motivated in times such as these.
Yeah, that's completely true. Even I can relate. Like having a recreational activity increases your focus as well as like sharpens your mind. Moving on to Ashi.
So that's simple. Maintain strict control on your on screen time by keeping track of it. Take some walks and have a control on your diet. Now this is all important, and it is very important to maintain a balance between your studying and your off-screen time, because being constantly on your screen can be very very draining. Okay, and it can affect your health, and moreover it can also affect your study patterns in a long-term situation. So you need to find some hobbies, and you need to invest your time in other activities, so that you're able to focus, and you're able to put your entire focus on your studies whenever you need to.
Definitely, we need to maintain a proper balance between the off screen and the on screen time. Um, Moving on to the next question. Apart from the regular curriculum, what were the other activities that helped you in developing your interests in your core subjects? You can go on, Niyati.
Activities such as participating in quizzes or taking up projects which are related to the subject, the core subject, and also to understand each concept even better. I think referring to different kinds of books or videos online, I think it helped me to improve my knowledge in the subject and also to focus better during classes and understand the concepts taught by the teachers.
Yeah, like it's become the mantra now. Read some books, then have some videos, and your concept is clear, and then you can go for the exams. Moving on. Ashi, what do you have to say about this?
So I'm a very self-driven person, and I'm very focused on my goals. However, there are times when one loses their motivation. So my family and my teachers have always been supportive in my studies, and constantly interacting with them and getting motivated really helped in my studies. Besides trying to find the real world applications of what we are studying, trying to connect the concepts that we are learning with one another, and finding interactive methods of learning, such as watching videos, signing up for quizzes, making projects, etc. These all things really help me develop my interest in my core subjects.
Yeah, parents and teachers have literally been the pillars for our struggle and success. Moving on, Niyati.
I think I would agree with Ashi. So, apart from the regular curriculum, what helped me to develop interest in the subjects would be to take up projects related to the concepts we learn at school so that we can understand how to use them elsewhere. And also to take up quizzes and to read books or watch videos, as Ashi said. It really helped me in improving my knowledge and concentrating more in classes to understand what the teacher is trying to convey.
This year, something that has been pretty nice has been the quizzes. The amount of quizzes and the mode, everything was pretty nice. Moving on to the next one. How did you maintain your daily study routine and a happy social life amidst the pandemic? Niyati, you can go on.
Yeah, I think for me, what worked is just dedicating enough time to both and not compromising either of them so we do not feel overburdened or feel stressed. So, the key is just to have enough time to both and not, um, you know, uh, get confused between the two.
Yeah, it's completely been balance is the key to success these days. Yeah, moving on. Ashi, what do you have to say about this?
I think everyone embraced the virtual world really well. Being from Delhi, I found it easier to connect with my extended family in Delhi and friends who have moved to other states and even outside of India. Group chats and Zoom calls have become the norm nowadays. We're even able to attend birthday parties remotely, something that we never tried before. So this has really helped me, cultivate my social life during the pandemic. As for studies, I found it is very important to adhere to a strict timetable. However, one must also take breaks whenever required so as to not mentally exhaust oneself.
Exactly. We have learned so many things, so many new different sort of technologies, ways to communicate with each other, socialize with each other. Moving on, what was the role of your teachers and your parents in your academic success? Niyathi, you can go on.
My teachers, obviously, they helped me to understand the concepts, and they've always been supportive. And they also helped me to understand my mistakes and accept them so that I can learn from them and not repeat them. And my parents have also helped me to stay motivated whenever I was unsure of my preparation or whether I would be able to attend any exam. And also, they help push me forward to do better and not become overconfident over my performance.
Teachers and parents like they switch so quickly from the offline mode to the online mode in such a swift manner that we didn't have any sort of problem. Now let's move on to Ashi. What do you have to say about this?
I think my teachers and parents played a very important role by ensuring a right support system, standing right behind me and being there when I needed them, and providing the emotional support I needed whenever I found it necessary. Besides that, my teachers really helped me understand all the concepts that were difficult. They were always there to answer my questions, regardless of how much time it took. My parents were there, always cheering me on, but also ensuring that I do not become overconfident, and always, I'm always focused on my studies. So that all really helped me during the time I was preparing for my boards.
The teachers and parents gave us some sort of boost that we required during the pandemic to like increase our zeal related to studies and all.
That's right.
Yeah. Thank you for your time and the happy experiences to share with us. I'm confident that so many students will be inspired by your experience and will surely benefit from your insights in order to excel in the CBSE examinations and in the student life as such. Thank you, everybody. Every week, we have podcasts and interviews hosted by students like me. So please head on to our Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube channel and leave a comment about what you felt. We would love to hear from you. Until next time, this is Kostav signing off. Stay safe. Goodbye.